Hi, I'm Father Aaron Burt with Northwest Anglican. In the next 5 minutes, I'm going to share with you what we've done with our first 9 months and what we aim to do in this coming year. But first, what is Northwest Anglican? Northwest Anglican is a nonprofit that represents a different way of planting Anglican churches. It's built on imaginative questions like, could a church plant start without a pastor? If a new Anglican church is planted without another nearby, could we still reach it with resources and oversight? And what would change about our methods if when Jesus says, I will build my church, we profoundly trusted Him to do it? And Northwest Anglican's built on practical questions like, what are the indicators that He is doing it in the midst of a group? How does a group of people search out their identity, grapple with logistics, and find the right leadership? It's this back and forth between imagination and pragmatism that makes Northwest Anglican full of potential. But it's not just about the potential of Northwest Anglican anymore. In 9 short months, we've seen a lot get accomplished. Northwest Anglican was established in September of 2010, and we organized around 3 ambitions: to find, gather, and guide people interested in planting, to attract and vet potential clergy for them to hire, and thirdly, to build a business structure that nurtures and supports the plants. And we've begun to do that. With 8 different cities from Seattle to Portland in our sites, we're at varying points in the process from place to place. But let me tell you about just one of those works, a church plant on Seattle's east side in the city of Bellevue. The Bellevue plant met a handful of times at the end of last year. Then, mid-January, they started gathering weekly for worship, fellowship, and discussion. A short 5 months later, that group had sufficiently worked through issues of identity, logistics, and leadership that it began the process of interviewing clergy. In fact, the Bellevue church plant interviewed its first candidate on Pentecost Sunday, the birthday of the church. But the future for Northwest Anglican as a whole goes even beyond the work of individual church plants. We organized several worship events that integrated Anglicans across various affiliations, and we found this integration to be a critical piece of establishing Anglicanism in the Pacific Northwest. So as we press into this next year and press beyond into the next 3 to 5 years, one thing we are fervently pursuing is the crafting of an infrastructure, a network of support and belonging for Anglican efforts of every stripe in the Pacific Northwest. I want Northwest Anglican to have a stake in the work of the Apostles' Mission Network under Bishop Terrell Glenn, Churches for the Sake of Others under Bishop Todd Hunter, the Cascadia Diocese, soon to be under Bishop-elect Kevin Allen, and several other Anglican groupings that are active in this area. I want Northwest Anglican to serve as a roundtable that results in collaboration and mutual support. I want this for the sake of Anglicanism in the Northwest because I am convinced that Anglicanism today is uniquely poised to embody and express the gospel in this culture. It's for that reason, for the sake of the gospel, that Northwest Anglican is planting churches and building an Anglican bond in the Pacific Northwest. And it's for that reason, for the sake of the gospel, that I appeal to you to send us forward in this work. So many of you have been faithful to pray, to encourage our work, and to spread the word about Northwest Anglican. Now, for the first time, I'm asking you to give financially. Would you commission the next chapter of what God is doing through Northwest Anglican? In 9 months, we have seen the merit of this project, what it can do with the gospel, what it can mean in people's lives. Northwest Anglican is here to stay. And more than that, it's here to grow. But the degree to which you support us is the degree to which we are sent to do the work of Northwest Anglican. We are called to do it. So please, send us. Thank you.